Auto Reverse is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Auto reverse.
And welcome back to Auto Reverse, the show where we discuss hip-hop's most influential mixtapes. I'm your host, DJ Ryan Fresh. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. If this is your first video or second video that you've seen, feel free to go back in the channel and check out some of the other videos that we've done. We have episodes where we've covered the works of Mixmaster Mike, The Conman, DJ Babu, and DJ Shortcut. Speaking of DJ Shortcut, I want to give him a shout out and a big thank you, as well as Romy Diggs for sharing the video that we did a couple weeks ago about Shortcut's Reconstructed Elements mixtape. It means a lot to me that you guys did that, and it allowed me to reach out and talk to other DJs who have gone through the similar experience of listening to these mixtapes and having it be part of their upbringing. So I really, really appreciate that. So thank you very much. Today we're going to be talking about Rob Swift's Soulful Fruit. As a card-carrying member of the X-Men/X-ecutioners, Rob Swift has a prolific amount of work, several concept albums, with both the X-ecutioners as well as solo recordings. Taking a couple steps back, we can trace it back to 1996's Soulful Fruit, originally released on Stone's Throw Records, where we can kind of get a glimpse to see how he would approach making music as a DJ apart from the X-ecutioners. And as many of you know, Rob Swift is also an educator. He's one of the DJs of that generation who have continued to make sure that the art and the fundamentals and basics of DJing aren't completely lost in a world where we have sync buttons and controllers and, like the tiny Newmark DJ to go thing, He's making sure that, people know the basics on like how to count bars, how to cut, how to mix, all very important things. And a lot of that goes back to what we hear in Soulful Fruit. So, without further ado, let's talk about that mixtape here on Auto Reverse.
You see, actually, I do not teach, karate because I do not believe in styles anymore. I mean, I do not believe that there is such thing as like Chinese way of fighting or the Japanese way of fighting or whatever way of fighting, because unless human beings have 3 arms and 4 legs, we will have a different form of fighting. But basically, we have only 2 hands and 2 feet. So styles tends to not only separate man, because they have their own doctrines, and then the doctrine became the gospel truth, that you cannot change, But if you do not have styles, if you just say, well, here I am, as a human being, how can I express myself totally and completely? Now, that way, you won't create a style, because style is a crystallization, that way, it's a process of continuing growth.
You talk about Chinese boxing. How does it differ from, say, market?
Starting off with a sample from Mr. Holland's opus, Rob Swift immediately lets you know where he's going with his mixtape Soulful Fruit. Rob Swift has long been a proponent of fully utilizing the turntable as an instrument. As such, Soulful Fruit is bound to the idea of breaking down barriers of what a DJ tape should be and exploring its musicality. Peppered with vocal samples from Bruce Lee and guest features from the likes of DJs Babu, Diamond J, and Mrs. Sinister, Soulful Fruit is very much a showcase of Rob Swift's strengths, his knowledge of breaks, melodical and technical scratch techniques, and routines that are still bananas in 2019 as they were in 1996. One of the memorable sections of the tape is a studio recording of Rob Swift, Rock Rada, and Mrs. Sinister performing their routine from the classic Invisible Scratch Pickles vs. X-Men battle. highlight on Soulful Fruit is a 14-minute live battle between Swift and former Roots beatboxer Rahzel, the godfather of noise. Rob Swift does a routine, Rahzel attempts to replicate it. It's a fun listen as it captures some of Rob Swift's best juggles, but also trying to catch Rahzel off guard, as well as hearing the latter's improvisation. There's also friendly banter which we so rarely hear these days.
Shit! What's up with that? I can't do that shit for real. Y'all thought I can do it, I can't do that. See if my man Super DJ, can you even fuck with that nigga Rob, man? I don't know, Rob, he sound mad at you. Yo, Super DJ, we gonna do this nigga. DJ made my day. Hit it.
Soulful Fruit shows Rob Swift's ability to be a Swiss Army knife sort of DJ. He's plentiful with tools and is able to wield several skills to make him a go-to for any event. Take, for example, this track that he does.
That scratching is making me itch. Making me itch. That scratching is making me itch. Making me itch.
If it sounds familiar, it's something that we see in the film Scratch, when X-Men collaborator and Battle Sounds director John Carluccio shows the audience scratch notation, the sample of which is built on Rob Swift's routine.
This is basically a rub, so it'd be fresh. It's a tool. It's a method of transcribing scratches. It's helpful if you're trying to convey your composition to someone else. When I started doing that, I brought it to the DJs, Rob Swift, Babu, and they're like, oh, this works. So then I felt, okay, I got to develop, and that's where it is now, where we got this little booklet. This is a routine that Rob Swift did. If you follow along here, it's scratch, chin, 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 scratching, boom, scratch, chin, chin, boom, scratching, boom. What is it?
More than anything, however, it's funky, which is really where Soulful Fruit stands the test of time. Whether it's his musical selection or how he approaches scratching, Rob Swift's commitment to the funk and soul of the tape has ensured its place in DJ history.
An intriguing aspect of Soulful Fruit goes back to the beginning of the mix, the clip from Mr. Holland's Opus, which is a film about a composer who teaches music at a high school, all the while fighting an uphill battle to make people realize how important the arts really are. It's something that Rob Swift does when he's not performing. He's a DJ instructor, being one of the first notable names to make his time and skill available to up-and-coming talent. There's something poetic about the thematic element of Soulful Fruit coming into fruition as Rob Swift helps navigate the next generation of dope DJs.
And that's it for today's episode of Auto Reverse. I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe to the channel, like this video or any one of the other videos, and comment as well. I'm wrapping up Season 1 right now. I have one more episode to do. So if there's a mixtape that you think I should cover in Season 2, hit me off in the comments or let me know at any one of these social media platforms where I'm at. While I'm on this 2 to 3 month hiatus of putting together Season 2, I'm still going to be doing videos like the unboxing video that I did for my new Odyssey bag. If there's other types of videos that you guys want to see me do, feel free to, again, mention it in the comments, mention it to me on Twitter or Instagram. And, you know, I'll put something together. It'll be fun. I'm not going away. I'm still going to be doing some cool shit. But, you know, maybe a little push in the right direction will help. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Again, thank you for joining me, and I will check you guys next time. Peace.